New Chanel, mama and Gucci, got out the hoop, yeah. Been through hell, carry the life is a movie, yeah. We prevail, now we do the groupies, don't do the groupies, yeah. Got money for bail, don't act like you know me, knock off your koofy, yeah. Flooded the rollie with Ethan, Hellcat Katrina the Beamer, blowing the money like Freeman. I got a flex in the sleepers, they tryna do me like Caesar. You gotta watch for the creepers, I got the eye in the steam.
Say, hey, you earned it. So, I was happy about it.
Right, that was that mentality you was talking about. I mean, you know what I mean? You could have gave up. You could have wanted to ask for the trade. You could have did a lot of stuff, but you earned your minutes. You earned your time. You see what I'm saying? So that's definitely huge. Let's talk about the dunk contest, man. First of all, have you always been a pretty good dunker? Or I remember you said you was pretty athletic, but you always been a pretty good dunker?
Yeah. I think I had always been a decent dunker. I started dunking between my 7th and 8th grade year.
Okay.
So, I think I dunked pretty early and, had a lot of dunks in high school and all of that. And, we would have more dunk contests and, in high school and stuff, and I would always enter. But I in high school, I thought I was a better dunker. Like I watched the NBA dunk contest and I was like, man, I could win that. When I was in high school, when I got to the league, I was like, hold on, I can't win this. It's different at that time. But they called me and invited me to the dunk contest. So Stu Jackson was the person that was inviting the different people to the contest. Stu Jackson played at the University of Oregon, so we had a previous relationship. So that's the reason that I got even asked to be in the dunk contest. So he invited me, and I actually told him no. I was like, no, I don't think so. Thinking that, man, that ain't for me. Like, I don't think so at this point. So that was my second year. I was just getting minutes in the game. I wanted to prove that I was, a player, more than anything. And so, so as soon as I got off the call with him, I called my nephew. So my nephew must have been about 12 or so at the time. And I told him, I was like, man, they invited me to the dunk contest, but I said no. And he got upset. He was like, what? You told me you was going to take me to the All-Star weekend. You told me that you was going to do this and all this. And so I was like, all right, man. So I hung up and called him back and told him I would do it. And so I was really only doing it because it was going to foot the bill for me to take my family to the All-Star. Like, I didn't want to pay that money for them to go. So I was like, man, this will give me some free tickets, some free stuff, And, Dude, just so happened I go out there and make a couple dunks and win it.
Right. So what was it? What was that experience like, man? Was you nervous watching? I know Jason Richardson was in there. I forget some of the other guys that was in there, but I know Jay Rich was crazy with it. But how was that like? What was that like, man? Was your nerves kind of whatever, or was you just kind of like not thinking you was going to win it, so you didn't have a lot of pressure on you? What was that like?
So honestly, like when we first started, we were back in the back. And so they had a hoop back there that you could practice on and all of this. And I just remember Jay Rich practicing, Ricky Davis practicing, they doing all the dunks that they do out in front of you out back there. Right. And I feel like I can barely dunk when I'm back there.
What you do?
I can't get up at all. Like I'm thinking that I don't know what's going on. And so then we walk out to the arena. And we have a little layup line, and so we're in Staples Center in LA. Everybody's there. Like this is the highlight of the night. And as soon as I get out there and I go up to dunk, and I just tap it off the backboard and reverse it, and I'm like, oh, this is easy out here. Like, that adrenaline, like it made me jump super, like way higher than before. So I jump up there and do that and. Allen Iverson is sitting on the side, and he was like, "Damn, Fred, is that easy?" And I was like, "Man, if you would have saw me back there, you like this is
nothing." Right.
But yeah, I think he gave me that extra motivation. I had Jermaine was an all-star, Ron was an all-star that year, so they were sitting there with me and, and giving me that inspiration too. So it was, man, I honestly don't know how it happened, but Jay Rich would have won, but he just missed some dunks. So I know.
You won the dunk contest, man. I don't want to hear nothing else, man. You won fair and square. Man, what was it like playing with Jermaine, man? And then what is J.O. like in personal life? I know, but I want them to know.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, Jermaine made the game easier for you. At the time that I was in the league, it's a little different than now. Big guys, somebody that can demand a double team is what created your offense. For everybody else. So, being able to have somebody you could throw it down to, and they, create a double team so he can kick it out and swing, and then that's where guys like myself either got to knock down a jumper or slash to the rim and make plays. So, on that end, he made it a lot easier, but even more on the defensive end, being able to, to help and run the defensive portion of the game was amazing. So, like I said, I'm from Portland, so Jermaine was drafted to the Portland Trailblazers. So I saw him as a young 17-year-old kid come to Portland, and so I was happy because I felt like I knew him a little more.
Right.
When I got to play with him, even though I didn't know him, but he used to go around the high school games when he was in Portland, and I was always the one like, hold on, I'm the best player in the state. You ain't came to see me.
Right.
So I was on him about that when I got here. I was like, hold on, man, you didn't never come see me play like I was. Right. Yeah. But as a personality, like he just a good dude. Like, just got a good heart. And just I think I had really the greatest teammates. Like he always looked out, showed you the ropes, tried to keep you, involved in everything he was involved in. Like he wasn't, I remember, on every bus ride, he was like, all right, I'm going to dinner at 8 o'clock, whoever want to come. I'm doing this at 10 o'clock, so it was never like he had to be by himself, or he wasn't, he was an all-star on the team, but he wanted us to feel a part of it. So.
Yeah. I mean, from Jermaine, from day one, I always felt like I was part of the family. You know what I mean? Same thing with you. Anytime, Harv, hey, you come over, let's do this, or, I want to get something to eat, or, y'all always pick up the phone if I call. I just felt like, certain guys, I didn't feel like that with everybody. You know what I mean? But with y'all, that felt genuine. It felt like family, and I mean, y'all good dudes for that. So, man, I'm gonna treat you like a preacher on this one, man. I'm gonna say, take your time, all right? Take your time on this next one. Malice in the Palace, man. And I know you get this a lot, and I know you got the politically correct answers. I want the whole raw. You tell me your vintage point of that. And, just give me the story, man, from Fred Jones' point of view.
Wow.
I'm putting you on the spot. I'm going to take a drink while you do that. Go ahead.
It's crazy because I told you I was just with Jared Jack a few days ago, so we were talking about the exact same thing. And,
right.
I told him I probably need to sell my side to Netflix or something.
No, we're going to get you a Netflix deal off this. Come on, man, I need it.
I need to sell my side to Netflix because, it's a lot that's been covered, but it's a whole lot that haven't been covered, on that. But honestly, it was the wildest day in sports, in anything. We're coming into that game, as the best team in the NBA. Definitely thinking we are, the top, the Pistons that won the championship the year before.
The year before, right.
We're trying to come in there and tell them, this is ours now.
Right.
We had lost to them in the conference finals the year before when they won the championship. So we wanted to.
That's what Tayshaun blocked Reggie, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay. I was in the building. Go ahead.
We were trying to prove that who we was, and so we go out there and we're blowing them out. Like we are proving that we are clearly
you belong.
Yeah, we're clearly the best team.
Right.
And you know, they took a exception to it. Now, end of the game, I don't, I was on the floor
Right.
playing during, when it all happened, and I don't remember. I've seen it. I don't remember the hard foul or whatever all ensued. Like, really, it
Right.
was just nonsense.
Right.
That happened. Um,
Right.
but when when we go into the crowd,
Right.
it is the craziest feeling you'll ever like. You don't feel anything. You don't like. I'm telling you, I got hit
Just
from behind. I didn't know I
uh,
got hit until I got home. Back
and so the
taking a shower.
video. Right.
Yeah, like I'm like my boy was like, how you let somebody hit you? I was like, did nobody hit me? Did I have
Right.
to watch it on TV? Be like, dang, I did get hit.
Right.
You
Right.
know, it's 15 of us, players, say 25, 30 of us at our traveling party.
Right.
It's 10,000 people still in the arena at this time. You don't know
Man.
who's trying to hurt you or help you.
Right.
So you just go into survival mode pretty much, and
Right.
just trying to get to somewhere safe, and make sure that all your guys are safe.
Right.
So honestly, it was just crazy. It was nuts. Yeah.
So was it just a blur, man? Was it just like stuff? It just seemed like it escalated so quickly. You see what I'm saying? Like even from like the push, he laid down, a cup gets thrown at him, it hits him, he jumps over there, and then you see Steven Jack, Captain Jack is chasing right in there, and then I see you trying to break it up. Dang, I can't remember who in the video, but Eddie Gill. I see Eddie Gill. Shout out to E. Gill. I see y'all breaking it up, and people are trying to fight y'all, and I just thought that it was a blur. I saw Jermaine's side where he ran in, and but I didn't see a lot of the things I didn't see till after the fact. Like I saw the game live. I was at home watching it, and when it happened, I called my mom's because my mom was like, "Thank God," because Al had just got traded. Al got traded like right before that. That was when a couple of different things that happened with the strip club and all that other whatever. I think the gun licenses or whatever that was. So Al had just got traded. My mom like, thank God Al wasn't in that. But I'm like, all my guys is in, you know what I mean? I'm worried about y'all. And then like they had a little point where the camera kind of went out for a second. I got real nervous, and then all of a sudden I saw everybody going back in. The person was pouring drinks on Jermaine's head, and I mean it was crazy. But I'm just wondering, for y'all, I know part of it you probably remember vividly, but then, a good part of it probably just was a blur, man. Do you ever have any dreams about that, man, or anything like that?
No,
just, what I mean? Like,
no, I don't have no dreams about it, but honestly, like I could see every minute of it. Like I don't think I missed much. Like I was so. I'm sitting at the table with Ron. Like I'm right there where I can touch him when he's laying on the table. Like
right.
We're sitting there just talking when the cup hits. Then he jumps and shoot it just naturally. Like
but hold on, man. I'm sorry to cut you off. So when he jumps, what is in your head? Like, what are you thinking about when he jumps?
That's the thing. We're not thinking. At that
it wasn't nothing like, oh my, what is he doing?
Yeah, I'm just like, I gotta go get it. It ain't. Damn, we're gonna get in trouble.
Right.
Or what is the consequences? Like none of that even.
Just protect your man, protect your guy. I got
he's
you.
going. We're teammates. We're family. Like I gotta figure this out.
Dang on, man. Yeah, man. Well, like I said, I had to ask you that, man. Hopefully I ain't get you in too much trouble.
No.
So you got
Netflix coming out soon. So
you ready? You ready for it? All right, man. Let's do that. Netflix. Shout out to Netflix. Let's do it. So you have two boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are coaching. You coach your boys, right? Or you coach your boys in the past? Okay. Man, what's the differences now? Seeing your boys versus how you went through it. What are some of the challenges that you deal with, and what are some of the rewards that you have from doing it?
Well, challenges is I think in the era we live in, everybody wants instant success.
Right,
Uh,
right,
and I think in our era was kind of you kind of knew that what you're working for, you get success later.
right, right,
Now everybody wants to be the best player today.
right, right
Um,
away.
and so that's what we struggle with. But I think I've been instilling that in their mind that it ain't about today. Like we're working for later.
Right,
I don't. You don't have to be the best sixth grader in the country, but by the time you get to be a senior, you want to be looked at as one of these best players. Like it's a
absolutely.
progression that you're trying to get to. Um,
Right,
so I think that's the biggest struggle. We, I tell my wife, I said every day we go to the gym, like I'm super excited,
right, right,
like it's gonna change that day. Like something I said is gonna click that day. And
right,
I leave the gym and I'm like, damn,
right,
it didn't happen today. Uh,
right,
but still the next time we go, like I still got that, man, it made like we're going again. So um, it's really, my joy is just being able to be in there with them.
right,
And you know, I hardly ever post on Instagram about anything.
right.
But being able to showcase, the other day his game winner,
This
the
game
first
winner.
thing,
I saw it.
and yeah, and just seeing the happiness because we have a lot of sad days because I'm on them tough,
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
being able to see the happy moments and when they succeed, that's what it's about.
Right, right, absolutely, man. So, um, you have your facility here in Indy, Shoot
Mhm.
360. For the audience that don't know about that, elaborate a little bit on your new facility or your semi-new facility. You've been there for a while.
Right, right. So yeah, Shoot 360, state of the art basketball training facility,
Mm,
technology based. So what we do is give you, we utilize technology to improve and enhance shooting, ball handling, passing,
okay,
skills of the game.
okay,
We feel like with our coaches and the technology that we have, it just gives you the ability to become a better shooter faster
okay.
than it would. We're not saying you can't become a better shooter shooting in the driveway, but we
Right,
feel like we have, with the technology and the stuff we have the ability to make you better quicker,
okay,
in our space. Uh, so yeah, we got multiple locations. So we just opened a location in Atlanta last week. We
okay.
opened another location
Nice,
in Houston this week.
nice.
We've done a deal with the Golden State Warriors, so they have a Shoot 360 in Oakland now
Okay.
through the Warriors, and yeah, I'm just trying to create more and take it all over the world, pretty much at this point.
Okay, okay. Two more questions, man. Every guy I talk to, man, I ask this question. You played in the NBA, I need to know. Kobe Bryant. Um, the time that you obviously played the shooting guard, so I know you guarded Kobe.
Yeah.
Did you have any outside relationships with him? What was it like? What was it like? Being around him as a person, and then what was the last time that you seen or spoke to Kobe?
Okay, so yeah, I didn't have an outside relationship. I just had a
Mm,
playing relationship. So we,
okay,
competed against each other.
right.
Now we had mutual friends.
Mm,
So we could talk to each other on the court. About
right,
mutual friends
right,
more than just the game. So um, that was kind of our relationship.
right,
Um, but respected the hell out of him. Like,
right,
the biggest competitor there is.
right,
Just and even as a competitor of him, in just the later years, right before he passed, you
right,
see a different side of him.
right,
And with his family and with his girls and the stuff that he was trying to teach them and
right,
you know now that I'm not playing and I'm not competing, but I have my boys and I'm trying to instill that same thing. Like it's almost like I wanted to learn from him in basketball, and then I was trying to learn from him how to be a coach to my kids. And so he just always led, led the way, in those kind of moments. Of course, I think everybody now that knows remembers when you heard the news, and where you were at and all of that, and it's still tough, tough.
Right, man. So, last question, man. What is something that either you can leave a young kid with that's on the path, that's trying to be the next, Fred Jones or Kobe Bryant? What can you leave them with? Or even better, if you can go back and talk to your younger self and have a conversation about how to approach things, or if there's anything you could have did better, what would you say to either one of those?
Well, definitely to myself. I was just thinking about this last night. Through basketball gives you so many opportunities.
Absolutely.
And I'm not I'm honestly not talking about what you do on the court, but the people that you can meet, the people that want to meet you. Like, be more open-minded, and to go outside of yourself and learn new things and put yourself out there, and to people to expand, more your livelihood more than anything. So basketball opens doors, but don't just make basketball the only thing. Understand what else can work for you.
Right.
Yeah. And as far as basketball, I just listened to a quote from that Kobe Bryant was speaking with Nick Saban, and so Nick Saban said, everybody wants to be the beast, but nobody wants to. But you don't know what the beast goes to be the beast.
Right.
So, basically, if you want to be the best, then you got to follow the plan that the people that are the best that are doing. Like, you can't just want to be the best and just think it's going to happen. Like, you got to be willing to seek out the stuff that they do to get to that level, and then you duplicate it and do more, because you don't know that it's only going to work for you. Like, you got to figure out, how to make the journey fun, not just the end result. Like, figure out how to make the journey to get there fun.
Right. Man, I appreciate you, man. Man, for people that don't know, Fred Jones is like a big brother to me. Like I said, definitely every time I'm around this man, it's always like family. I know you get busy, and I call you sometime. I don't get you for like a couple of weeks, and then I gotta clown you for that. Like, what you doing, man? Yeah. But just a class act, great guy. If you're ever around any of those areas and you can get into a shoot 360, I encourage that. Anything you have coming forward, Dream Chasers can support it. We'll do it, man. So I appreciate you, my brother.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, hey, stay on me, boy, because I know I lose it sometimes, but yeah, keep coming back to me.
It's these kids, man. That's what it is. Well, I appreciate you, man.
Who you telling? I'm just a pawn in their life. Like, I don't have no livelihood no more.
Right.
Yeah.
My dad ain't do nothing. He don't know nothing, so it's all good.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming on.
All right, no problem.